Shannon Toumey is the VP of Strategy, co-head of Post Studios, which is the in-house creative agency for the New York Post, for Page Six and Decider. They've spent a number of months working on shoppable video and playing with it and seeing how it integrates with their content concepts. And she's here to report a little bit about what they've already discovered and the early best practices. Please welcome Shannon.
And hi, everybody. This is what I look like without my mask on. So it's so nice to be here. This is my first time speaking in public in almost 3 years, so pre-COVID and pre-babies. So, thank you guys for helping me get out there. So, Steve, thank you for that intro. We'll start just really quickly with the New York Post. Doesn't usually need much of an introduction, but the New York Post provides readers with the best in news, sports, pop culture, and entertainment with wit, irreverence, and authority. We like to say that our headlines make headlines. Next slide, please. Over 220 years in, we're certainly no longer just a newspaper. We have massive digital national scale with over 90% of our audience coming from outside the New York DMA. I think that's something that surprises people in every single client meeting that I attend. We still print paper every day. I already said that part of it. We still print paper every day, but our media company spans print, digital, social, audio, video, commerce, and television. We're extending our IP with partnerships with Showtime, Discovery, et cetera, just like many other publishers we've heard from this week. Next, please. Post Digital Network is one of the top 10 news sites in the United States. It's comprised of the New York Post, which is news, sports, reviews, and commentary. Page Six, the original gossip column, focused on celebrity entertainment. Decider, which helps readers discover what to watch wherever they watch. And Page Six Style, our newest vertical, which focuses on fashion and beauty through the lens of celebrity. Next, please. We've been leaning into video. Our current slate spans news, features, style, celebrity interviews, recommendations, and shoppable video, which is what I'm going to speak about today. We're seeing steady growth, continuing to lean into this and expand. Over the last year, 2.5 billion views on site, 200 million views across social. When Steve asked me to speak here, he asked, as he said in the setup, what we're doing that's innovative yet experimental, and that really sums up shoppable video for us. As he also mentioned, interactive shoppable video isn't new, but it's still not really mainstream, and nobody has really quite mastered it yet. I mean, we certainly haven't. That's not what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to show you what we're doing in the space and what we've been learning along the way. Next, please. So shoppable video started off as an editorial enterprise, a collaboration between Page Six Style, the video team, and our affiliate team. We know that we know that our audience loves fashion and shopping, that they have a disposable income, so this was really a natural extension to what Page Six Style already does. The first couple of videos were focused on celebrity trends, which again, makes sense for our audience, makes sense for our current content direction. Part of my role at the Post is to think of ways to monetize content and come up with exciting new opportunities for sponsors and clients. So when the video team shared these with me, I was excited about it. I thought that there was definitely potential for these to be larger sponsorship opportunities, but first I needed to understand the performance because that's the first thing any client is going to ask. So at this point, 3 videos had already been published. Next, please. So the first focused on, and you can see, as you'll see here, they're going to rotate through. Each video has a different style to it, different stylization. We used different partners for each of them. That's part of the learning process and part of what we went through. The first featured a JW Pay bag. This, you might recognize it, celebrity favorite, featured in countless paparazzi photos, so something our audience was already familiar with. Also a really attractive price point, under $100. The second focused on Taylor Swift's iconic red lipsticks. And that video, actually, the video itself wasn't interactive because we were in between partners, but wanted to draft off of the release of her new album. So something else that's always part of the content strategy. And the third one focused on celebrity favorite catsuit trends and how to make them actually wearable for real women. So the way that the content rolled out was that each video was embedded in a shoppable article. So what that meant was the video at the top of the page, accompanied by product shots that were stills from the video, actual product shots from the retailer. Everything was shoppable with embedded affiliate links. The videos were also cut down to 1-minute reels that were published on Instagram with a link in bio for shopping, CTA. I'll show you more of that on the next slide. And then each video article was promoted on the Page 6 and Page 6 Style homepage. Those are pretty prominent placements for us. Page 6 Style newsletter, promoted on Instagram, as I mentioned, and on Facebook and Twitter. Next, please. So this is what our social shopping looks like. It's the 1-minute reels cut down, which you'll see on the left, link in bio, CTA, and then it takes you to this page. This is, the partner here is Curate, you may be familiar with. And in the Curate experience on Instagram, you can either view articles or you can view beautiful display like this, which shows you all of the products featured in that video that you can shop directly. So it's a really cool, quick snapshot of the products. So a nice summary, and then shoppable experience. Next, please. Okay, so with 3 videos, that's not a large sample, right? That's not a definitive data set, right? So what we were looking at here was video views, so on-site, Instagram, and YouTube, page views, the video length, and then view-through rate and completion rate. So what was interesting to see was that regarding video length, these videos were all around 3 minutes long, which felt okay to us at this stage in the review process. On-site clicks, Instagram clicks, and then affiliate actions. And then we were looking at the platform software that we had used. So what was interesting there, as I pointed out, is that the visuals were different based on the partner. The interactivity was different. The reporting was wildly different, which is something that we kept in mind for future iterations. We looked at traffic sources, so the way that we're promoting it, is it working? One thing that was really interesting that rose to the top is that SEO did very well for all of these. So, a huge nod to the editorial team for selecting things that were trending. And then, again, because 3 videos is a really small amount of data to look at, we looked at other style series across Page 6 Style to see, what rose to the top. Are there certain product types or certain themes that worked well, certain on-screen talent? What about video length? And some of those went as long as 7 or 8 minutes, which is, made us feel better about this 3-minute length. But again, to be perfectly transparent, the data was kind of all over the place. We didn't feel like this gave us any real definitive best practices and concrete learnings that we could tell a client this is going to work because of X, Y, and Z. But we were excited about it. We want to do more of it. We want to keep testing. So the next one was Bloomingdale's had a collaboration, a capsule collection with the hit Netflix show Bridgerton. So this, again, perfect pop culture moment to draft off of, really fun content, and you can see a clip right here.
Season 2, set to hit Netflix on March 25th. Bloomingdale's is bringing the world of Bridgerton to life with a limited edition pop-up ahead of the premiere. So we grabbed a few of our favorite empire-waisted, puff-sleeved, and pastel floral styles, and we're going to show you how to wear them like a modern-day Bridgerton babe.
So that's just to give you a little taste of the personality behind the videos. That's Alana Fishman, she's the Page 6 Style editor, and Kristen McNamara, who runs our social. And they're really fun, they have great energy, they have great rapport. So that's just to show you a little bit of audio since the other clips you haven't seen that. Next, please. And then this is what it looked like actually in the experience. So this one was really actually very helpful for giving us additional learnings and actually helping guide us more definitively. So what we found here was that, again, this was a 3-minute long video, but when we looked at completion rate, average time spent was 47 seconds. So what that meant was most of the people who watched this knew exactly when and how and where to watch the show, and had actually only experienced the beginning of the Shoppable first look. There were 3 looks featured, so fantastic for Netflix, not so much for our Shoppable experience. So that was a really strong thing to realize. We've already been doing this 1-minute cut down for Reels. Maybe the entire video needs to be 1 minute. Maybe that's where this needs to go. The other thing we realized is that we needed to streamline the products featured. So this one had 3 looks with multiple products for each. And as you can see, this is just a part of the Curate view. It was too much. It was overwhelming. It was super cool and fun, but from driving action, too many products. Next, please. So these are some of the specific learnings that we now kind of have as our playbook for thinking about future videos. So some things were validation, and some things were things to change. So continue to embed the videos in articles. That's really working. Right now at this point, the actual actions, affiliate actions, are being driven more by in-article clicks than video clicks. We hope that that's going to evolve, but right now it means that they have to be packaged that way. This might sound really silly, but make it obvious that it's shoppable. Like, we thought we were doing that, but that actually can be executed in multiple ways. So it can be the headline, it can be the voiceover, it can be a more clear CTA, it can be the graphic on screen. Like, there are ways to really drive that home in a way that's not heavy-handed. Keep it short and sweet. That comes to our realization of maybe 1 minute is the magic time. And then also feature the products in CTA earlier. So what we saw, as I mentioned in that Bridgerton example, we showed a clip of the trailer, but then that meant that the products were pushed that much further out in the experience. Then as far as content, themes, and products, confirming that we should continue to draft off of celebrity fashion trends and music and entertainment releases, but also lean into pop culture moments. And you'll see what that means to us in the next and final example, and streamline the future products, as I just mentioned. On the tech side, so the partner that we used for Bridgerton was actually one of our ad partners. Again, we wanted to try different platforms for each one. And while it served beautifully and we liked the experience, the main thing that we realized was that because it served actually as an ad, you couldn't navigate. There was no scroll bar in the video, so it meant that you had no idea what kind of a time commitment you were in for. You couldn't scrub forward or backward. If you liked a product, you couldn't go look at it again. And these are things that we didn't really necessarily think about when we went with that partner, but after the fact realized vital. And then that led us to explore existing tools and relationships. So we've been working with a company called Storied for many years. This is actually what this presentation was built in, and I thank Jeff for his patience and help in letting me use this instead of PowerPoint. But so Storied we use for premium branded content, and we have a really wonderful relationship with them where they are so flexible and help us build new things. So the design team within Post Studios went to Storied and said, we want to do shoppable video. We're not actually liking any of the products that are currently in the market. Let's build one together. And they did. So what was really, really amazing about that is that in addition to, you'll see what it looks like, in addition to being able to impact all of the branding and the styling and absolutely everything we wanted to, it's 100% custom. This is Post Studios and Storied. We were also able to add in all of these data points that the other partners didn't have. So I'm really interested in knowing, aside from what people actually bought, what else were they clicking on? What products were they interested in that maybe they didn't buy right then, maybe they bought later, but how does this help potentially inform what Page 6 style should be covering, what other shoppable videos we should be doing, just informing content decisions based on this, just another, avenue of data. So next, please. Okay, so this, the image on the right is actually a test link because this presentation was due before this video launched this week, but you guys can scan the QR code, and really I encourage you to do so, to actually experience it right now. So you can experience the interactive experience. So what's really cool about this template, and same thing, it's built within an article page. As you see, the heart-to-cart branding is fixed. It says shoppable video under it. It's there. The graphics, the shopping graphic is on screen the entire time. And what's really special, aside from there is a scroll bar that you can use, is this product carousel on the bottom. And I love this. It's synced so that the products correspond with the looks that Alana is wearing. But what's really cool is it's the product name, it's the price. You can click on that to go directly to them. But again, it's just more brand awareness, more of a detailed experience. And really, like, I don't think anyone looking at this cannot realize that it's shoppable. So that's a big part of our goal. So really excited about this one. I've seen some initial views, but we will wait a little while to like see how the actual actions went, and then of course we're going to look at views across all views and clicks and everything that I showed you on the earlier. But this is the latest version, and we're really excited about it, and excited to continue working with Storied, using them as our partner for this. And again, also, now that they've created it, this is a template that other partners will be able to use. They'll be able to use as part of their product suite. And then next slide, please. And so, we're just excited about this, and we're looking ahead and thinking forward. And so, again, like, this is still a work in progress, and it's something that we are going to continue to lean into and continue to develop. But these are a couple of the things that we're thinking about. So, of course, expanded social rollout and brand awareness. We want more people to think of Page Six Style as a shopping destination, Heart to Cart as a brand that they're a video series they're familiar with. We're going to test closed captions. We know that the majority of our audience that watches video on mobile watches with the sound off. So what does that mean for shoppable video? Like, does that enhance the experience? Is it detrimental? We're not going to know till we try. And then all of the social platforms, as I'm sure you're all aware, have been talking about the evolution of their shoppable tools. So we're excited to leverage that as they roll out for each platform. Another thing, this isn't necessarily, this goes against what I just said about a 1 minute, but we're seeing a lot of video coming from Asia that are live shopping formats that are much, much more long form. So that's different, but that's something that we're interested in learning more about and following. And then, beyond style, sports for the New York Post is just massive. It's, we're a real expert in that space. So is there a sports version of this? Is it sports equipment? Is it sports apparel? Is it like, what's the extension there? Tech, electronics, like this can be a whole decider, product recommendation platform as well. So that's where we are. That's where we're looking.
Shannon, that was really cool. It sounds like you guys have a new business on your hand. You and Story have now sort of maybe cracked the code on what a shoppable video format would look like.
I hope so.
That publishers drive instead of everybody else. Thank you so much. We have time for questions, guys. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
What does the margin look like for the things that you're selling on your site through your shoppable links?
So I'm not commerce. I actually can't speak to the business split on that. Yeah.
Have you done any comparisons between performance between video iterations and text iterations of sort of using affiliate links? Is the bottom line, is the video worth it? Does it drive more eyeballs, or does it drive more interactions than, say, a text version?
Right. So what we've seen so far is that in-article clicks are certainly stronger than the in-video clicks at this point. But we think video is worth it, and we want to do more of this, and we want to learn, and we want to develop it, and we want to grow it. So, right now it's article performance is stronger than video performance as far as clicks and driving actions, but we want to change that, and we want to see where it can go.
Some of this has to be behavioral, that people don't know exactly what's going to happen if they click on a video. I mean, and some of the interactions, I think the one that you and Story came up with is just clearer,
Yeah.
and closer to what a text affiliate experience is like, and so more familiar. A lot of, say, the hotspot video things, I'm not sure people entirely know what to do
Right.
with that, because it's
Right.
an alien experience.
Yeah, no, I agree, right? It's not mainstream yet. It's not something that people are doing all that often, that it's super obvious to everyone, which again is why we wanted to keep revising and create a template that makes that obvious.
Shannon, this was great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.